Hello again. Our next tutorial specific to project type is for what we are classifying as new design projects. As simple as a new menu or a piece of collateral, or as complex as reconcepting a concession location, these projects are defined as any one-off projects that are not part of a larger venue master plan. Unless your venue has been earmarked to go through a master planning exercise, the majority of your design requests will likely fall within this new design project bucket. The first field you see asks for what type of space your venue request falls into: concessions, clubs, restaurants, etc. Please select the type which your project best fits. The next field on the right side of the page is asking whether you are simply requesting a design, whether the printing implementation is part of your request, or if it is a request living solely in a digital medium, like a website or an email template. Moving down, the project description is asking for a short narrative on the work you're asking get done. As you will see, we'll ask for more detail later down the form regarding each piece of the project. Just as we did with the reprint reorder form, the next step on the form will help us to collect the relevant assets needed to create your new design project. The radio buttons are asking if your project needs to fit within an existing brand. We are asking if it stylistically needs to follow a design platform already established by the teams, venues, or subcontractors. This information is often found within team or venue style guides, current marketing platforms, or other visual references. Providing these in editable formats will help ensure that designs meet those expectations by utilizing the same elements such as fonts, colors, textures, logos, etc. Not having this information will likely result in higher design fees, as billable time will need to be spent to bridge that gap. As was the case within the assets section of the reprint reorder projects, you were given the option to either upload files from your computer directly and/or select from the expansive online digital asset library. We also ask for photography and other graphic assets, any photos or logos needing to be included in your new piece of collateral. For these assets, you also have the same options of uploading from your local drive or selecting from the digital asset library. If uploading, we need these files in the highest resolution format available, so if they are submitted in a resolution size not sufficient for the task, we will come back requesting either higher resolution files or alternative assets. For logos, these should be in either EPS or AI format, while pictures are likely in either a TIFF or a high-resolution JPEG format. Images simply pulled off the internet are often not sufficiently large and/or violate copyright infringement. The content request is aimed at gauging what state the content needed is in. Knowing when all content will be finalized and submitted helps our teams resource accordingly. Note this date will directly impact finalization on our end, as well as the variable amount of time needed to design and lay out a project depending on its complexity. You are also given the option to request assistance from the strategy and creative group to develop any content related to marketing, strategy, naming, and/or messaging. Moving into the unique pieces of your project request, this is the section looking for more specific detail on the piece or pieces involved with your project. If your project involves any sort of environmental signage or build-out, we will need a few things to document the spaces. This includes detailed pictures of and around the space and floor plans, preferably in DWG format. If all you have are PDF files of floor plans, then detailed spatial measurements will also need to be submitted. As many projects have multiple pieces involved, we have built in an Add Additional Piece of Project button. Select that to add to the specifics around size and a brief project description for your first piece. You can add as many additional pieces to the request needed by simply clicking on the Add Additional Piece of Project button. The last line of questioning for new design projects asks how many different options need to be presented to the reviewer. Note that with multiple options also comes longer development times and higher costs, so please be prepared for those. By hitting the Continue button, you will submit the form and will receive an automated email from Symphony confirming your request was received. If you did not receive this, please double check that your project has been submitted and is not still in draft status. From there, you'll receive a follow-up from the Design Traffic Manager with the Strategy and Creative Group asking any additional questions and design and fulfillment timetables. This concludes the brief introduction to your new design project submission.